Alright, so I want to do a preparation guide on Lupa so that way you know all the gathering materials you need to fully level her on day 1. So I think the best way to do this is to treat her like your normal hyper carry, since we won't fully know what her kit is until she's released. But I will do a quick guide on her so that way you know her kit, teams, and rotations, so that way you know everything that you need to know before you row. So generally your main DPSs are going to want 10, 10, 10, 6, 6, to where their main skills are going to want to be 10 and their average skills are going to be 6. So let's start out by taking a look at her Ascension materials. So luckily Kura released what is needed for her Ascension materials. Let's go ahead and break these down. The first thing that she's going to need are Howler cores, to where if we use that 10, 10, 10, 6, 6, she's going to need 29 green, 40 blue, 46 purple, and 43 gold. For the flowers, she's going to need the new one found in Setmund, Bloodleaf Viburnum, and we're going to need a total of 60 flowers. If you already completed the main story in this patch, you should have already got 15 from our event, the Ever Glorious Summit. If you take a look at Section 3, Cloud Illumination, you'll notice right there, all we have to do is just complete the main story and we're going to get 15 flowers. So if you do that, you should already have 15 flowers in your bag. So to go ahead and get the rest of the flowers, what I recommend you do is just click on collection spots. And this is going to highlight on the map where you can go and collect these flowers. But if you don't want to go around and collect flowers, you can also buy them at the store by clicking on the Silver Helmet store. It'll go ahead and show you their location and you can instantly fast travel over there. You can buy 15 a week, but I don't really recommend that you do this because you're going to have to waste your shell credits and you're going to need that to do a lot of other things in the game. But that is an option. Next, we have our boss material, Unfading Glory, to where you're going to need 46 to max. This can be found here on the map, but we can also quickly get to it by doing the early access. So if you click this book, you click on the swords, you click on the boss challenge, and if you have not unlocked it yet, you should just be able to go ahead and press proceed and it'll automatically teleport you to the boss. Next, we have the weekly boss material. And if we're still using that 10, 10, 10, 6, 6, we're going to need 18 of this material. And our weekly boss is Hectate. And if you have trouble getting to the boss, an easy way to get there is by simply clicking on the book, clicking on the swords, clicking on weekly challenge, and then just clicking proceed on Hectate. And then simply fast travel, and you can start collecting these weekly boss mats this week. Bringing us to her skills. And the main material that she's going to need are Waveworn Residues. So, going off of that 10, 10, 10, 6, 6, she's going to need 25 green, 28 blue, 55 purple, and 45 gold. So next, let's break down the Resonator experience and shell credits that she's going to need to reach level 90. So for her to reach level 90, she is going to need 2,553,000 shell credits. So as you can see, I have plenty of shell credits to fully level her up. But for Resonator XP, she's going to need 2,438,000 Resonator experience. So each gold Resonator experience is worth 20,000. So we're going to need 122 gold Resonator experience to make sure that she has enough experience to reach level 90. But if you don't have enough gold Resonator experience, don't forget about purple Resonator experience, which is worth 8,000, to where if you have 10 purples, it equals 4 golds. This can be one of the biggest challenges when leveling up a character, so you might find yourself having to use some crystal solvents to make up for this. But let's say you decide to get her weapon, and we already know that it's going to be a broadblade. So all broadblades use the same material, Whispering Cores and Waveworn Residues. So for Whispering Cores, we're going to need 6 green, 6 blue, 10 purples, and 12 golds. And for Waveworn Residues, we're going to need an additional 6 green, 8 blues, 6 purple, and 20 golds. So altogether, that is 31 green, 36 blue, 61 purple, and 65 golds. We're also going to need shell credits to level up our weapon as well, to where we're going to need 1,407,000 shell credits. So for the character and weapon, we're going to need 3,960,000 shell credits. And we're also going to need weapon experience. So to fully level the weapon, we're going to need 2,692,000 weapon experience. And since gold and weapon experience equals 20,000, we're going to need 135 golds to have enough to fully level the weapon. So as you see, I'm a bit short on these, but we can use purples to make up for that, and they equal 8,000 weapon experience. So 10 purples equals 4 golds. So I should have just enough to fully level up the weapon. So as you see, this could be a place where you find yourself lacking, so you might have to use crystal solvents here as well. And with all that, don't forget about events. A lot of these big events like the Peaks of Prestige have great rewards. So if you find yourself lacking, be sure to go ahead and complete those. And if you're having some trouble with those, I did put some videos on the channel telling you how to quickly get through these. And with the week ending, don't forget to do your 1,000 gateways, because that is free asterite that you get every week. And the last thing are echoes. It's pretty safe to say that the Flaming Claw print is going to be her best echo set, due to the fact that it increases fusion damage and also increases her resonance liberation damage. If we take a look at the stats of her weapon, we can pretty much say that's what she wants. And for the boss echo, you're going to want Lioness of Glory, due to the fact that it increases fusion damage and resonance liberation damage as well. And if you do end up getting her weapon, you're most likely going to want crit rate as your main stat, due to the fact that her weapon gives crit damage. For your 3-cost echoes, you're going to want fusion damage, and for your 1-cost echoes, you're going to want attack. So if you have not got an echo set for her yet, do take advantage of the core cleansing that is still active for another 4 days, where you can go to Tacit Fields and get double the drops for 3 chances every day. And with that, you should know everything that you need to know to fully level up Lupa on day 1. If you like this, I would greatly appreciate a like so that way it can spread more on YouTube, and also look forward to my Lupa character guide coming out later this week. But other than that, I'll talk with you guys later.